Alright, is that any better? I was not expecting to have to troubleshoot the stream live on air. Is this any better? Testing, testing, Bueller. No better, huh? Oh my god. So only my voice is choppy, huh? Why would this be? Why would this be a thing?
Yeah, just bring me a pack of backwoods and a slush, right?
How about that? Did that fix anything? Is that any better? I mean, I could try and reboot the mic. This is apparently just going to be a troubleshooting stream. That was not the expectation. How about that? Did that do anything? If not, I might have to reboot my PC. Hey, what's up, Drock? Is that better? Do we fix it? Yeah, buddy! Alright, sure. Rebooting the mic. That's apparently how it goes. Alright, sexy people. As I was saying, look what we got over here. It's so hard to frickin' point. Right over there, my friends. We got ourselves some straight up 4.6 action going on here. Completely unexpected. So, obviously, we're gonna run through this on stream, and then the moment I end the stream, I'm gonna get you guys some sexy video footage to post for later. But let's dive in together. So Luther is telling us that we've unlocked tokens, badges, and medals. So that's a thing. Oh, I have to click it. I can be evolved into badges, and badges can be involved in the medals. Use the explore mode. Cool. Alright. So, that's it? That's all Luther's got for us? That's, Luther's usually a lot more interesting than that. So let's go check it out. I'm gonna go to my favorite kingdom, which is Dragonclaw. Whoa! Luther back. Luther back up in this bad boy. So we unlocked explore mode. So obviously this is the whole new system. So for folks that aren't aware, so these all have scaling difficulties now. And then as you do your explore fights, you do 4 of them, which will then unlock a mini boss. You get these myth stones, and once you get enough myth stones, you can do a mythic boss fight. And then ultimately, out of that, you'll be able to get a chest. So we've heard that the difficulties are actually scaling pretty significantly. So if you'll see, the enemies are level 11 here, which is like, you know, super duper easy. But all the way up to level 12, they're up to level 150. So actually, I feel like that's lower. Isn't that lower? So I'm pretty positive when they were streaming this on the preview, this was 250. Now it's saying it's only 150. That appears different than we expected. So I'm pretty sure that's different. So let's, what, am I allowed to just do difficulty 2 straight up? Okay. Apparently if I just stare at it long enough, it'll let us do it. Yeah, it was 250, right? So I guess they had a change of heart. I'm doing this with my soul farming team right now because souls are dramatically important. So if you don't have a Pharaoh's Ra, I might be bumping that bad boy up on the tier list because that just became very, very important. But we're gonna run through this and see how this all goes. Of course, there's literally no purples or reds that I can take, which is super great. There we go. So yeah, as I said, souls are like crazy important now, and we'll see why in a second. But essentially, every troop is going to require 60,000 souls to get them all the way up now. So this is the way it's going to play out. I should have looked at the loot screen there. I'll look at it for this next one. So you're going to run through your 4 explore fights. I think the way Ozball explained it was you have to play through these. It doesn't matter if you lose them, if I recall correctly. It'll like offer to lower you to a different difficulty, but you have to beat 4 in order to move on. So that's a thing. We'll find out in a second. But yeah, this is the explore team that I plan on using. Yeah, this is easily the best soul farming team that you can have access to right now. You get constant Darkstorm with Umberwolf, you have double Pharaohs for super souls, and then you have Dragon Soul to help just like do AoE damage. Crap, I forgot to look at the results screen again. What? I just like autopilot through that crap. Oh man. Oh yes, that's true. Oh my god, I have to relearn all these things. Good call, Reddy. So what Reddy's alluding to is the fact that they mentioned that there's a little indicator where you can get Mythstone bonuses. So if you're jumping through and doing these fights right now, Mythstones are a thing that you're kind of chasing because that appears to unlock the Mythic boss fights. And being able to do more Mythic boss fights means that you're going to be able to get more medals, badges, etc. I still am continuously missing looking at the loot screen. I'm just looking to double check if I'm getting any other kind of special loot as a result of doing these fights. I don't recall if you do or not. I don't believe you do. I'm so excited. I just want to like run through these fights and like see what the heck's going on. So I've actually been like soul farming in prep for this whole thing because I just knew that it was going to be required. Like I just knew that I was going to need more souls. So I think in the last like 3 or 4 days I've gotten at least like another 200,000. Alright, so we're on difficulty 2. We just unlocked the mini boss fight because we did the 4 fights in a row. So now we're in the mini boss time. What they said is that the boss fights are all based on the team builder. So since I'm doing the Dragonclaw Kingdom, the fights that I'm going to be doing are all Dragonclaw troops, and it just uses a team builder thing. So for this fight, I believe it picks a legendary. So the way it would have worked for the mini boss fight is it picks a random legendary for the kingdom. So in this case, it's the Dragon Soul, and then it just used the team builder to say like put people with Dragon Soul that makes any sense. The difference between this fight and the Mythic fight is that the, the boss is the Mythic from the kingdom. So, like, for Dragonclaw, for instance, that I believe is Elamogrum. So, for the boss fight, the Mythic boss fight for Dragonclaw, I would be fighting an Elamogrum with whatever the team builder decides is best to go with them. So, that definitely means that some kingdoms are going to be easier to farm than others. Because obviously some Mythics are better than others. So we beat the mini-boss fight and we got 6 Mythstones, which is not a lot, and Explore difficulty 3. So Mythstones is the new thing, and like I said, this is the resource that you use to unlock the Mythic boss fight. So the way that this loop goes now is that you pick your difficulty, and then the difficulty will determine how much stuff you get. So if you look at this, difficulty 3 now, we're getting more gold, we're getting more Mythstones, and we're potentially getting more tokens. Did I get any tokens? I didn't even check to see if I got tokens. Also, we can double check, but I'm pretty sure that these difficulties are transferable across kingdoms. So this is what Reddy was talking about. When you see this orange icon over here, so this orange here, and this orange here, and this orange here, these are going to be your Mythstone bonus kingdoms. So whenever you see these, that means if you're doing the Explore mode for that kingdom, you're going to be getting bonus Mythstones. And if I recall correctly, they said that this is going to change every single time you run through the Explorer. So if I choose this kingdom, for instance, ooh, this difficulty's locked? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, so I can just pick it. So I'm pretty sure once I unlock difficulty 12 in any place, I'll be able to do it everywhere. But once I complete my Explore fights in here, the Mythstone bonus is going to jump to some other kingdom. So that's the heads up on that. So I'm gonna pick difficulty 3, and now we've got our 4 explore fights to run through. Actually, let's double check the inventory. Is this gonna be where I can see my tokens the easiest? Actually, I bet you in the menu up here I could. So yeah, I didn't get any tokens unless there's like something I had to trigger. Each battle has an increase for blah blah blah. See, I feel like, didn't that one screen say that we should have gotten token bonuses? Or are the token bonuses literally only from the mythic fight? That is a good question, but I did not get anything that I can observe from doing that last fight. So you might only be getting the new mythic tokens and all that other fun stuff as a result of beating the mythic fights. We will confirm. Yeah, so if it is like tied to the mythic boss, then that means I'm going to assume doing harder fights. So like that's a weird balance thing you gotta fight there then, right? Because if you can only get the tokens and badges and medals and whatnot from doing the boss fight, you will be able to get them, you'll be able to get boss fights faster by doing them on harder difficulties, assuming you can beat them. But you can spam them a lot faster if you do it at lower difficulties. So I suspect high-level players are going to be able to just smash level 12 over and over and over. Especially if the max level is only 150. Like, I'm pretty positive I can beat a level 150 fight with, like, pretty much any PvP team that I have. We might test that. We'll see how crazy the troops are, but if, like, the troop difficulty is honestly not that high, like, level 150 is slightly higher than, like, the last level of Pet Rescue, I believe. So, if you can beat Pet Rescue with something, you probably shouldn't be too far away from just being able to beat it anyway. Which might mean that you can key spam it? I bet you can key spam it, honestly. Because 150 is definitely, yeah, Pet Rescue is 100, so being able to key spam this is probably very, very possible. So if folks are like trying to figure out like, can I handle the highest level things, I'm going to bet that you can key spam it, which means that like most people can probably do level 150 fights. But we'll see. I wonder why they changed the difficulty level. Like if they found out that most people can't do it or what. Because 250 seemed like it was a reasonable amount before, honestly. I wasn't like overly concerned about that. So it's like opened it up to more players, I guess. Let's get a 4-6 spin up in this bad boy. Whoa, and we get random gnomes for no reason. Well, I guess that answers the question that Salty was alluding to before. She was talking about how the new troop that's coming out that she demoed requires 4.6 to work. And the way that I was assuming that that was implying was that the patch was either coming out Monday, or I assumed it was going to be the next day after that stream. Apparently the answer was somewhere in between. So that's pretty frickin' wild. I bet you Salty's losing her mind right now. And her claim on the forum was that the reason she's not streaming Puzzle Quest today was because of an illness. I can't tell if that's a cheeky way of just acknowledging that the patch is coming, or if she literally just wasn't going to stream it to distract. So, alright. There's nothing special loot-wise to get to the mini-boss battle. We got to the mini-boss battle. So this is telling us that this will unlock at 100... This isn't saying anything else really special, but what we're going to get out of this mini-boss fight should be these myth stones. But see, this is what I don't get. The tokens, I guess this is a little misleading, and this is why I thought I should potentially have tokens. This kind of all implies that this is going to be what I get, like, out of doing this, but the reality is that this is only applying to the mythic boss, and this is only applying to the mini-boss. I'm assuming this is applying across the entirety of the mode, and this is also applying across the entirety of the mode, so, like, that's a little bit I think they could visualize that a little better. I know they don't have a ton of screen real estate to play with, but that looks a little misleading, honestly. Because my immediate instinct was that I should have had tokens based on what that thing was saying. I mean, that's an easy enough fix from their side. And maybe I'm just the sole moron that didn't understand that. But it kind of feels like there should have been more there.
The most bizarre and brutal series of crimes in America.
Probably should have killed Rat there, but whatevs. I mean, I could switch to a team that runs through this way faster just so we can actually, like, see something. Maybe I'll do that. I mean, it's not, like, overly confusing, but it is a little odd. So I got 9 Mythstones out of that bad boy. So now we unlock this, so now our Mythstone potential's from 10 to 14, and we're getting 2.5x gold. But see, like, now... So this is what I was talking about before with the Mythstones. So you see how Son of Mirage doesn't have the Mythstone bonus on it anymore? So, like, what I should do is find another kingdom that gets a Mythstone bonus and start doing fights here. So, like, I should jump over here. So, like, every single time you run through one of these, it's to your advantage to actually run through and, like, basically find the next Mythstone kingdom. Let me just switch to, like, a really simple Rowain team. So we can just spam through this thing. Yeah, Moonsinger's already in there. Put Leprechaun in there. That's not how you spell Leprechaun. And then just use a weapon. I don't even know. Sure, Shield of Versaka, why not? I bet you that'll scale, like, all the way up. Class-wise, I'll just go Titan, I guess. Screw it. I'll just leave it as Warden, because... Actually, I don't think I have the, No, I got the Leaf Storm. We're good. Good enough. We'll just keep leveling Warden. Why not? So, this song is called, Can I copy-paste it? No, I cannot copy-paste it. It's, Eptic Violence is what it's called. Eptic Violence. That's what that song's called. Until they fix the overlay thing, I can't actually, like, put it on the screen, which is kind of dumb. I hope they fix that sooner than later. Alright, so now we got Rowain up in this thing. How much, you know what, they've got enough health over there that I probably wouldn't have killed them straight up, but that'll definitely kill them. I got you guys. I'm not gonna be a fake DJ and not give you the songs. That would be some crap. So how much, I mean, the boost is pretty sick, but it's not enough. I still need another one. It's not enough. Bad Leprechaun cast, go. I mean, that's whatever. That's neat. And then we just wipe out the rest of them. Key spam, I think, would be faster than this at this level, though. They're, like, strong enough that key spam would probably be faster than this. Well, so the bonus goes away, but you can just go to another kingdom to get it back. So it's kind of like, even though the bonus disappeared, it's not like you can't get the bonus again for the rest of the day or something like that. You just have to find the kingdom it moved to. So it's really not like... It's really not that big a deal, honestly. It just makes you have to click around a little more. But it's still all there. I'm just gonna do that. See, the thing I'm not liking about this team is that I'm not getting mana fast enough. So the gold multiplier is definitely happening because the last fight we had, this was not the amount of gold that we were getting before. It was like 800 something before. So we're definitely getting the gold bonus out of this. Which is good to know. There is no Moonsinger cast there. Wait, why am I getting a Dust Storm? Porquet? What? Am I missing something here? Pretty sure I changed this bad boy so that I'd be getting a leaf storm. Do I not know these troops well enough to understand why there'd be a dust storm there? Does one of these guys do that? I don't think so. What? I mean, I'm just gonna make more... I just want green mana to show up faster, so that's the answer. I mean, that's what I'm here for, Isabel. I gotta do something. I gotta give you guys value somehow. Where is this dust storm coming from? Stormsinger? Did Stormsinger cast something? Is that what it was? Yes. Well, they said that the teams are built around the... so this fight is based around Taloka. So the way that this works is, for the kingdom that you're doing, for the mini-boss fights, it picks the legendary, all legendary from that kingdom. So in this case, it's Taloka. And then they use the team builder to build a team around him. So this team is just using the auto team builder, and then it basically just builds a team around Taloka. If you're doing the mythic boss fight, it would build a team around, what? Who's the Suncrest person? Phoenicia. So it would build around Phoenicia if this was a mythic boss fight. Well, now this is actually working the way it's supposed to, so that's fun. Well, kinda wanna do my shield just to spam them all dead in a single shot, because that would be more fun than not. Zap. Gems ASMR. So we got 16 Mythstones out of that one, which is actually, I think, on the higher end of that. So that's cool. Now we got level 5, which is going 14 to 17. But you gotta get in the habit of this again. You gotta click out, you gotta find a kingdom that has the Mythstone bonus. Always jump to the Mythstone bonus. So, like, don't just redo it. The good news is that the difficulties transfer to wherever you go. So, like, I can just pick up where I left off at the next place. So now we're gonna fight a Pan's Veil mythic, or a legendary, I should say. So, what level troops are we looking at here? 40? That's not that big a deal. I'm just gonna pop some bottles. Alright, cool. And then we just put that on that. We are like almost at the point where this might not kill them. Yeah, I was like, I feel like that's questionably not high enough. So this team doesn't scale up any higher at this point. Like, using this team doesn't really make any sense. And the gold bonus is going up. So this is the other fun thing about this update. The gold bonus that you're going to get from this, if you can get it to level 12, is actually going to be as good or maybe even better than PvP fights. That's a little bit weird, honestly. Like, that's that kind of puts you in a weird scenario where it's not super obvious, like, if you should be doing PvP fights or if you should be doing explore for your resources. Yeah, you can go back in difficult. Well, no, so it's not like Delves. Yeah, so it's not like Delves. You can choose whatever difficulty you want. So if you just want to farm trade stones like you used to, you can still jump in and just do level 1 explore fights and just keep spamming that over and over and over again. The perk that you can do now is, like, while you're doing that, you'll just be slowly accruing these myth stones and then potentially some tokens. If you're, like, trying to forcibly go for medals and tokens, you want the highest level. If you're just looking for trade stone farming, then you just do your lower level. Hey, what's up, Taryn? Welcome to the stream, my man. Nothing going on here, just, you know, some frickin' new stuff out of nowhere. Totally wild. I think I'm just gonna key spam this at this point, just because I want this to go faster so we can see some of these things sooner. Kinda just want to show you stuff and discover stuff faster than this. Skeleton. Sure. I'll just keep leveling up classes while I do this. Why not? Red, green. Didn't we just get one? Yeah, we did. The new key spam banner. Yeah, so, like, PvP is in a weird spot with the release of this because, honestly, like, if you hated PvP before, now you have a completely viable way of farming resources without it. I will say that the one downside that I predict will be absolutely true is, if you care at all about Guild Wars, though, I still think PvP is going to be a very valid mode because it's going to give you the practice that you need to like do these fights. But, I mean, any Guild Wars guild worth its salt right now is spamming Explore mode harder than anything on the planet. Like, spamming Explore right now so you can trade up your troops is like easily the most important thing you can be doing if you care about Guild Wars. Because Guild Wars is next week. So, it's going to be wild. This is where I like heavily debate if I want to not go into work tomorrow. I've got a lot of stuff to do tonight now. Like, if I knew this patch was coming out, I'm not entirely sure I would have streamed it, to be honest. Where I probably would have been quickly scrambling to make a video. But it's kind of cool that we can do it live at least. But after this, of course, we'll be making a video, so hopefully I'll have that up before I go to sleep tonight. Or I'll have it like set to release tomorrow morning or something like that. So I don't think TGK is going to be the best. Like, TGK is like too strong of a troop to be using for something like this. Like, he's not a fast troop, he's a very safe troop. So like, I don't think TGK would make a ton of sense to be used. Like, I love TGK. Like, my win record right now in PvP is like stupid high because of TGK. The only fights that I've lost so far this week are I lost 3, I think, total, and all of them were to turn 1 losses against the Divine Ishbala Rope Dart team. So, I mean, the team just murders everything. And of course I've beaten that team a trillion times as well. So, like, I actually don't know if I like putting Greed up here versus down here, because he mana blocks Egg Thief, which kind of hurts the consistency. So it's kind of like, I don't really see a strong reason why I'd want to switch him, to be honest. Like, I know some people like to run it that way. I just prefer to not have, like, of all these troops that I care about dying, like, I don't care if Cedric or Greed dies, basically, after the first cast out there. So it's, like, not that big of a deal as far as I'm concerned. So, like, for mana efficiency, I put Cedric up there. Yeah, the fights are stupid quick, for PvP at least. Like, PvP fights, 2 casts of TGK and I just win, basically. 21 Mythstones. We're getting up there. We're halfway up. Oh wait, Mythstone bonus. Always remember, up to Kazil we go. So it does look like the one annoying thing that's going to happen is that each kingdom is going to remember which difficulty you did it at. So I bet you if I look back at Dragon Claw, it's gonna say that I'm at a higher kingdom level, but every time I'm going to a new kingdom to do explores, it's kind of like only remembering whatever I've done there as far as I can tell. So it looks like it's gonna be difficulty 1 for the first time every time that I look back at a new kingdom. Until I suspect that I've done all of the kingdoms in Explore mode at level 12, and then it should just default to 12 every single time. I'm guessing that's the way it works. Yeah, the amount of gold I'm getting from this already is insane. Like, I just got 4,000 gold from this, and I'm not even at a high level. So, like, from a resource point of view, this is gonna be stupid. Like, this will actually be faster than PvP, I think, for gold, as far as I can tell, based on what I'm seeing right now. Ooh, that almost code. And I suspect I'm going to be able to key spam the entire time if I wanted to. What the heck is this Call of the Wild thing? What is going on here? Skip all that. Jesus. I'm excited for the first, like, so you can start to get a sense of the farming pace from all this as well, right? So once I get to level 12, that'll be the real, like, test of how quickly we can do this. But as it stands right now, farming to get up to the mythic fight is not a, like, simple, trivial thing. Like, I think this is the, like, 10th or 12th fight that I've done so far, and we're not quite at a single mythic yet. Mythic fight, that is. I'm like halfway. So once we get to level 12, I think we should be able to get it out in like 8 explore fights, so it'll be a little faster there. And then I have to see what the drop rates look like, because if the drop rates are not very good either, you know, then it's going to be pretty rough as far as medals versus badges and tokens. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, the resources are kind of nuts, honestly. I mean, granted, I am using a key spam team, so like, you have to account for that in some capacity. I'm getting extra gold from all of that. But I mean, I'm pretty sure you can key spam a level 150 fight. Like, I don't foresee that to be a problem. Because what level are these guys? These are 50? No, key spam was not going to work up that high, actually. I am wrong. The key spam team definitely won't go that high. But you can definitely key spam like at a certain difficulty, which honestly for some people might be more than enough to make them happy. Because there's no like obligation to do these explore fights at the highest difficulty, it's just the most efficient way to do it if you can actually get up there. So I mean, I'll actually try and put together the most efficient farming team once we get there. I mean, Gobtruffle will certainly get it done. I just don't really like that team. It's a little slow. Even if it's safe. Oh wait, gotta change kingdoms. Never forget, change your kingdoms. What is this? What did I just get? Oh, the Warden weapon, hooray. Infernus Kingdom. Wow. So here we're getting 23 to 26. So actually we're gonna get a mythic fight after this one. That's gonna be fun.
Let me show you how it's done.
Oh no, that used to be a 4 match, and then I was not paying attention. I didn't cast greed. LOL. Whoopsie. You saw nothing. Oh man, this is so wild. I should have flipped that the other way. Oh well, bat. Yeah, Aquaticus is really good. So I actually put together a spreadsheet. So something I'm planning on doing tonight is actually figuring out which troops get the most benefit from getting meddled. So like, if you have to factor in what stats are all the troops going to get and what troops actually benefit from different stats. So if you think of a troop like Guard's Avatar, for instance, he gets boosted based on armor. So if he gets armor stat as a result of his getting meddled, then he's able to take better advantage of the bonus than other troops, for instance, that like might just get attack and armor and have no boost based on attack and armor. So I'm going to attempt tonight to see if I can establish like who is actually the best troops to meddle from like a benefit point of view. So we'll see how that goes. Because it'll be really easy to figure out, honestly. The hardest part about it is just going to be setting up the spreadsheet and just like quickly figuring out what stats are going to what roles. But the way that they're dishing out the stats is just based on the troops rolls. So like, I should have did that. Oh well. So like every single troop that's a Warlock, for instance, is going to get the exact same stat bonuses. So it'll be really easy to figure out like who's going to get what stats. But I mean, even just off the top of your head, like, you can already think of the different mythics or troops that are going to get the most benefit. So like Yao, for instance, gets boosted based on life. So like, he'll get a benefit if his magic gets boosted, and he also gets a benefit if his life gets boosted. Versus a troop that like doesn't have any kind of stat boosts for their spell effect. That troop doesn't really matter what their benefits are. They wouldn't be a better troop to target first. I don't know if this is making sense or not, but hopefully whenever I put it in a video it'll make more sense. But I think it'll be a good guide to give you a sense of like, these are the troops that would actually be the most worth meddling first. I'll probably frame it up in a way where it's just like, fundamentally here's why I'm giving you these recommendations, but then here's the actual just straight up like, you know, troops that make the most sense to do it. Alright, here we go. After this mini-boss, we're gonna have our first mythic. Yeah, I hope it's helpful. I mean, a lot of it's a little, I don't want to say it's common sense, but it's probably not as like complicated as, it's not as complicated, oh, I forgot to cast it again. It's not as complicated as I'm explaining, because like, as long as a troop has some kind of stat bonus as part of their spell effect, that's the troop you want to target, assuming that that troop gets some kind of boost to that stat as a result of the role that it has. I don't know if I'm going to be able to create like something that I could just give you guys as a download. Like, I already have a spreadsheet kind of teed up to start plugging data into. Alright, here we go. So we're Mythic boss battle time. Alright. So is this locked to the level that I'm at now, I assume? Because it's not letting me change it. So I guess whatever level you unlock the Mythic boss fight on is the level that you're forced to do it as. You know what we're gonna do? Alright, here we go. Here's a good test. I've already got a plan. So they said you could leave a fight and go back to it. I want to see if I can increase the Mythic boss fight difficulty by leaving one there and upping my difficulty first and then doing the Mythic boss fight. That's probably going to be the most efficient thing you can do, assuming that works. Doing it now is not the right idea if I can boost its level before I do it. That'll be a quick little tip, assuming that actually works. Hey guys, how's it going? Connie and Gemma in the house. Scotland represent. Speaking of which, you reminded me I have streamer duties I must fulfill. This is so wild that we have the patch. This is like crazy wild that we have the patch right now. With no fanfare whatsoever, it's just kind of there. Also, this is about the level that it feels like, well no, I guess the pet rescue fights are still a little higher than this. But this is already like at the level where the key spam team is like notably not as effective. It's like starting to hit its limits, but you can push it further than this for sure. If you lose a fight at the same level, like you don't lose the Mythstone piece of it, so like even if I lose a fight right now, those Mythstones that I acquired are going to be there regardless. So like I can go back to that kingdom and do the Mythic fight. I can't just like randomly decide to do the Mythic fight like anywhere. I'm pretty sure what they said is that I can leave that Mythic fight there and I can basically get to the Mythic fight in every single kingdom, but you can't do an Explorer in that kingdom until you complete the Mythic fight. Like if you noticed, everything else was grayed out. So if you ever want to make progress in that kingdom further with Explorers, you're going to have to actually do that Mythic boss fight. But this will be a good test because if I can get the difficulty here higher, so like once I'm done with this 4-fight set here, I should unlock difficulty 9 or 8, whichever one I'm up to, and see if I can boost its level. It looks like it might get stuck at the level that it was at before, and if that's the case, then there's really no benefit in holding on to your Mythstones at all? I can't think of a reason why I'd ever want to hold on to a Mythstone then in that case, or like a Mythic boss fight. If I can't do anything sneaky to like boost its level, I'm not entirely sure why I would not just do it right away then. So there must be either something I'm missing or there's just no benefit. Well, I guess it's nice that I get to play this on stream before I attempt to make a video, because I'll have a much better sense of how it actually works. But if you all see me figure it out on stream, you have to promise to watch the video, damn it. You can't just skip the video because I'm telling you now. Although I imagine the benefit of the video is going to be I'll make a lot more coherent sense in the video. Like I'll have a much more, a better idea of how I want to explain it and frame it up and yada yada yada. Alright, good. Technically this means, whatchamacallit, Tacit should have a video basically like ready to go. So I would keep an eye on YouTube, or if anyone's got Tacit's info, they should shoot him a note. Let him know that the patch just came out. He might be like not aware that it's even out, assuming he's on vacation or whatever. But I'm assuming he's got something just teed up ready to go to just like click go. And we'll have like a whole 4.6 breakdown from that man. That's gonna be what I basically rush to try and make after I'm done streaming here. is the... He's farming it up right now? The way that I'm interpreting that sentence is like he's on a farm right now. And I don't think that's right. That or you're implying he's just playing right now. Oh. Oh, well, good. Alright, so we unlocked... Wait. Oh, this is just saying I unlocked the Mythic boss battle just because I still have enough Myth Stones. So I could choose to do that fight here if I wanted. So it looks like this is locked at level 8. Let's go check out, oh, shite. What kingdom was that? Broken Spire, right? This is still locked to 7. Yeah, so there's no reason to not do them. Because I'm only gonna ever... This is so awkward. I don't want to waste them on a level 7 fight. I'm eventually going to have to, but I don't want to do that. Whatever. Let's just do it here. It's kind of unfortunate that it's like stuck at that level. This song is chunky. Gosh darn. Boom. This track is called... That's that song. Alright, guys. First Mythic boss chest. What do we got? Got an achievement. I'm assuming... So these are just tokens. Am I only able to get tokens out of these? That's one thing that I'm not super clear on. So I understand this part of it. So right now I got the life one and the armor one. So these are like the two worst ones. The ones that I have right now are the two worst ones. So now if I go back here... Okay, so if you don't have enough Myth Stones, I can end the current Explore run. Okay. That works. So I don't have to forcibly do that one, I could just like skip it, but I would have to spend the Myth Stones first to skip it. That's a little weird, but whatever. At least I don't have to do it at level 7. Thanks, Panos. Hey, what's up, Jax? Welcome back, my man. Hope you are enjoying the heck out of some 4.6, my man. It just came out of nowhere. Oh, look at that. Just shy. Sad panda. This is actually my favorite state to be in with the key spam team. That made no sense. Is where you've got a troop that you're going to kill and then a troop you're not going to kill, so that way you're always killing a troop with every single cast. When you're in that kind of a state, I feel like it just flows a little better. Hey, Christina. Thanks for hopping in. Yeah. It's, they auto-upgrade as you collect them? That's a little frustrating. I was hoping there would be, like, a chance you could actually get a badge or a medal. So, like, the farming for this is going to take a while. Like, once you get to level 12, I'm curious how fast we'll be able to actually get there. I'll actually get my timer out and see how quickly we can farm 100 Myth Stones. So we can get a sense of, like, how quick is this actually? So, like, if I was attempting to try and farm through this as quick as I can, like, how many Myth Stones am I getting per minute, if you will? And then, like, how many tokens per minute am I getting? These will all be important things. This is so wild. My mind is just racing with, like, video content that I need to make right now. kinda into this song. This song's got the vibe I want. Let me go. Let me go! So I'm trying to think what would be an ideal team to be doing level 150 fights with. It's not like... Level 150 is not high enough that it makes me want to put together like an event team. It makes me want to put together a team that's just like... efficient. Like actually the Gob Truffle team like might even be one of the better ones. Just because it's like, that team will do enough damage that you can kind of poke through it quickly enough. Iron Gut will certainly be fine at it. I don't know if he's going to be the best at it though, because generally getting him up to like instant devour range is not something you can do like immediately. So like, it'll probably be faster honestly to be doing AoE damage, like finding a troop like Worldbreaker or somebody like that to just like slam through everybody very quickly. Like the dragon team I was using for what was it, the tower? That team would actually probably chew through this relatively quickly and safely. I don't know, I'm gonna have to play around with it. JZG's team would be really dangerous to use, honestly. Because that team still, like, I know in his world record it looked like it was stupid fast and autopilot and all that stuff, and it is, but that's a high enough level where if you take skulls back, you're not gonna make it. So I don't think that team's going to be reliable for farming this. You might still sneak out like random wins, but like if you're trying to go for efficiency, like that's not going to be the team you want to use. It's still a fun team to use though, don't get me wrong. That team is still all kinds of awesome. Just not a team I would recommend for this. It's of course like super capable of like beating this though. Yeah, ready. That's exactly what I was thinking, honestly. I like that version of the team more. Like, when I use PvP and stuff like that team is just more fun. So for folks that aren't familiar, the nice thing about this team is that you get the 50% mana start out of a troop like this. And then your Force Troll will get 50%, so it doesn't force your class to be like a class that you don't want to use. Like, you don't have to use Titan, I should say, is probably the best way to frame that. So the team would look similar to this, basically, if not exactly like this. The banner that I would want to use is just blue and green. There's your team. So you get your 50% mana starts across the board. And then you'll just naturally fill up your weapon pretty easily. What? What the? Oh my god. You silly, silly game. Of all times that actually works. That was hilarious, honestly. Let's just make a crap ton of green. Let's do this. Technically this is a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it. Count it. Bam. It just works. That's right. You're not gonna get me down. You're not gonna get me down. I'm gonna win anyway. How dare you assume you can just eat my troop and win? It's not how we roll on this stream. I mean, Essence of Evil teams will certainly be effective. I mean, it also, the benefit of an Essence of Evil team is that lower level players will actually be able to potentially sneak through using that versus they wouldn't with other teams, because Essence of Evil basically just turns off a troop, so like that'll allow people to get deeper than they potentially could have otherwise. So there's definitely a lot of merit to that. I don't think that's still going to be the best team for speed per se, but it should still be really, really good. Like, I think for the earlier game player, like, just beating it, like, end of sentence is, like, the important thing. So, like, if you can do that with an Essence of Evil team, then by all means go for it. I'll have to see if there's, like, a team that I could put together that anyone could beat it with. Like, a team that, someone that's level, you know, like, 300 could use to still win. I suspect that's possible, but we'll have to see. See, this is where I don't like the speed of this team. This doesn't feel quick or exciting. It's just very safe. Like, I am in literally zero danger of losing right now. And wouldn't be. Like, you know, I just couldn't lose. Watch I say that and then I end up losing somehow anyway. So we're almost up to level 12. We're already up to level 10. So we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Oh man. What else would you guys want to see in a video, since I can ask you guys directly now? If I'm making a 4.6 video, what is the details that you would want to know about, aside from everything that I just covered and what I told you I was planning on doing? So, like, my plan is to try and give you a sense of, like, what the best troops to meddle would be. Probably what the most efficient teams to use for all this will be. I'll probably cover that. Not sure what else I could even say. I think that's going to be the bulk of the content, just, like, running through the UI, explaining how the mode works, and then just, like, hit and send. It's like, this doesn't make, like, I shouldn't do what I want to do, but I mean, I can already answer that now, Panos. Like, the answer is the cleanse medals. The cleanse medals as they exist now, unless they change them. Actually, that's, like, worth looking at real quick. Yeah, so this is the medal. If you can get this one, this is the medal. So, like, running 3 of these for Guild Wars is pretty much like the default build. You might have a reason to change it every now and then, like if you're fighting a team that doesn't have any kind of debuffs, you probably could skip this. Because this is existing, however, you're gonna definitely want to have to, like, stun became a lot more important, assuming people actually run that. So it's just so wild. My brain is like fried thinking about stuff I need to do tonight now. I have so much I need to do tonight after this stream. This is like the behind the scenes that you normally don't see. No, I think they are way too OP, honestly. Like, the way it stands now, like, they basically just remove debuffs from the game. And, like, again, the only mode where that matters is Guild Wars. Like, the fact that that's super OP wouldn't matter at all in a non-Guild Wars context, but, like, in a Guild Wars context, it honestly just, like, broke the game. So, like, strategy for Guild Wars is going to look completely different than it does today. Yeah, I'll have to include, like, a Guild Wars prep section. That's actually a good idea, Panos. Good call on that. Oh, man. This is wild. I'm overall happy, of course. It's just, I've got a lot of work to do tonight. That's the part that I'm, like, dreading. my kingdom for some more green mana. Jesus. Guess that's enough. Barely. I'll try and make it worth your while. I will not release something hastily. I'll definitely try and create a video that's worth watching, not just something I can slam out the door. I wouldn't want them to turn off badges. I would much rather they balance badges better. Like, because the way it stands right now, like, badges are too... Like, the cleanse badge, if it works, like, as well as we all assume it will, Guild Wars has, like, been heavily affected by that, so, like, I would rather them rebalance that medal than turn off medals, because, like, medals in Guild Wars actually adds a lot of interesting components into the mode, so, like, I'm excited to play Guild Wars with medals. I just wish that cleanse one didn't exist. So we got the first cleanse token. And difficulty-wise, we're getting there. We're almost up to 12. Oh, so the levels jumped up a lot, actually. I don't know if you noticed that. The levels just went from 100 to 125, so there is like a little bit of a leap once you get up here. Oh god. I just had to actually pay attention because of that. Completely forgot that I need to care about that. Let's try it. Good enough. The nice thing about doing this with classes that have hunt on them is going to make this a little bit faster, honestly. Like, the reason I prefer this team over just a straight Gob Truffle team is that you're able to take advantage of skulls as a result of it. So, like, this is honestly, I think, faster, and this shouldn't have any more problems at level 150 over 125. So I think this will be totally fine, honestly. I still don't know if this is, like, the most efficient team that we could be using, but it's definitely going to work. Well, hooray. The thing that sucks about this kingdom is you have to deal with a moon rabbit in it. Oh, almost. Oh, if I was smart, I'd be getting this person their mana. And I wouldn't have left that there. Silly rabbit. Yeah, Obsidius will turn off all the medals when you cast him, so, like, that's the other thing. Like, Obsidius and, what's the other guy? Emperor Corvash, like, just became, like, a lot better. This first Guild Wars is honestly going to be very interesting. I'm curious if the other, like, hardcore guilds are going to be able to medal up fast enough to actually take advantage of them during Guild Wars or not. Based on this farm rate, I could definitely get every medal mythic at least once, but the question would be how many troops I could get medaled in time. That would be the more interesting question. But as far as, like, getting the global triple cleanse, like, I suspect I should be able to do that before Guild Wars without too much problem. I suspect. Maybe I'll find out I'm wildly wrong. I mean, I'm just gonna do that to entangle the guy. This song is mighty fine. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. This is why Doomglaive is so freaking nice. There's no failure condition, so, like, I never need to worry about casting a Doomglaive and something getting totally busted as a result. It's just gonna work. And Miraji Queen's damage output is so sick! I'm just gonna do that, I don't care. I was like, that should work anyway. I mean, people that are lower level should honestly not worry about doing like medals for troops. Like, don't look at meddling troops as your goal at all. For beginning players, like, all you should care about is getting those global medals. Those will actually have a pretty dramatic effect to your game. But don't even worry about the meddling of troops. Like, that should be like the last thing that you'd be worried about. Yeah, that's just way more fun to use as well. Aside from just like being a good team, this team is just more fun to use because like the wild damage output and the different sources of damage. It's just a better team. I just like it. Ah! Yeah, that still works. That's that bug that we were talking about on the forums, the phantom troop bug. It's like the troop was dead and then he just blew up out of nowhere. Corn, you've been highly motivated. I remember you were doing hot sauce with me, weren't you? You told me you were doing like Tabasco sauce. Ever since that stream, you've had like a death wish, it sounds like. I've been like randomly adding sriracha to random stuff ever since that stream. Like I made some like a ramen cup tonight, and then I was just like, well, let me put a dash of sriracha in there and see how that works. I'm just gonna like have the most warped sense of food now. Oh cool, there's a Doom there. My Doom weapon will actually like do some fun scaling stuff because that's there. That's hilarious. That troop just also randomly decided to pop like that. I wonder if that's a game performance thing. Like if the reason that's happening is because everyone's playing the game right now. So like the servers are lagged or something like that? I'm not sure why that's happening consistently right now. I honestly think my tongue only just healed from Dabomb, honestly. Alright, so always jump to where the myth stones are. Never forget. So here's the hardest difficulty that we can do. And the benefits of this is that basically you're going to be able to get a mythic fight. If you get the max bonus out of this, you'll still be just shy actually. But the gold percent is really, really high. So this will actually let us know, like, what does farming this actually get you in terms of like resources, in terms of myth stones with the bonus. This will be important discovery info here. Dang. I just need to make sure I don't die real quick. Dying would not be cool. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. This board is wild scary right now. Just do that again. Just always keep your eyes peeled for an opportunity to use your Doomglaive. Like in this scenario. Because Gob Truffle is so slow, like Doomglaive's gonna give you that like huge oomph of damage that you need. Probably could have cast Mirage Queen there. I can certainly cast it now. Yeah, this track is super chill. That is this track. Oh, hell yeah. That was the best Hail Mary ever. Yeah, of course. That's the thing that just frustrates me about the overlay not being there. Before, I just, like, you'd be able to tell what the heck was in there. Now you have to, like, divine it. Ugh. Letting these troops go in any capacity is kind of scary, though. It's the one downside about a team like this. I'm so tempted. I just want to blow them up. It's like, my rule of thumb when it comes to troops and killing them is, if you have an opportunity to kill a troop, you should probably almost always do it. Even if that troop seems like it's not that dangerous or scary, it's almost always worth killing them, like almost always. So like, whenever I have an opportunity to kill a troop, it's like I kind of have to do it. Because there's been too many games where like I would have won, but I let someone live because I just assumed it'd be fine, and then it wasn't fine. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, if you're at the point... Well, no, that's true. We're gonna have to be farming metals forever. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what the metal farming meta looks like. So resource-wise, what I just got there was like 4,800, I think. So it's a little less than PvP, but it's still very good. So the nice news is that as we're going through working on getting our metals up, we're not gonna lose too much resources as far as like legendary tasks for the guild and stuff like that. So that's pretty nice. Just needed to survive that little bit. I was gonna say my kingdom for some brown mana. Dear lord. Corn, if we ever meet up, I'll make sure to bring the bottle and then we can die together. We'll make like a suicide pact. Just down a bottle of Da Bomb together. I'm just gonna do that. Technically, casting Mirage Queen is like a sucker bet, but it's kind of just more fun than not casting it, so we're gonna do that. I mean, Panos, if you can get your butt over here somehow. Hey, what's up, Andrew? So this will actually benefit early game players too. So like, early game players always have to do explore anyway. So like, before when you're an early game player, you'd be doing explore just to be getting like your trait stones so you can trait those cool troops that you get. So like when you get your first mythic, for instance, like you're gonna get super excited about getting its traits. So you're gonna jump into explore and do that. Before, when you would do that, all you would get is potentially the trait stones and that's it. Now you're actually able to get something else instead of just the trait stones. And the global benefits that you can get from this are actually, they affect early game players way more than they affect late game players. So like, I'll show you once I'm done with this fight, but stats for an early game player are so dramatic compared to how they are for me. Like, if I was running 3 metals giving me magic boost, like, it's not going to dramatically make my games, like, that much easier. So let's look at that real quick, actually. So, like, as an early game player, if you were able to just get your metals out here, like, +4 attack for all troops, if you had 3 of these, for instance, all of your troops having 12 attack extra, in the early game, like, 12 attack is stupid high. Like, 12 attack is probably, like, as much attack as you already have. So, like, getting, as an early game player, if you're, like, sub-level 1000, if you're able to get these medals, like, this is actually going to give you a ton of benefit. Same deal for these, like, magic things. Like, having 12 magic total is going to be a ton of benefit. Even the life is pretty good, so, like, as an early game player, your goal is going to be get global medals that you actually care about. So like I would probably get like at least 1 of each. But then applying these as an early game player, basically just set ones that you like and then never touch it again for a long time, unless you're just kind of circumstantially getting them as you do explores. But once you get these slots filled in with things that are metals, the stats you're going to get from that as an early game player are going to be dramatic. And as I said, like for me, and this isn't like a humble brag or something, but like if I got an extra 12 magic, like that's going to be cool. but it's not going to make like everything I do in the game like so much easier or open up like a bunch of new content that I couldn't do already. For early game players, it will do that though. So like if you were struggling with dungeons before, you're going to be able to do dungeons now if you couldn't before, potentially, because now you're going to have all these extra stats helping you do it. So I actually think that the global medals help early game players the most. End game players, it's the meddling of all the troops and the global medals that are going to help you the most. So I think everyone got something to look forward to, honestly. Like, there's really nothing, there's no harm with this patch as far as I can tell. Like, no one really lost anything. The only, like, theoretical scenario that is no longer in the game is the option to, up the difficulty on Explore mode. So, like, if you were trying to specifically get, like, farming on Warlord 4, for instance, like, you don't have an option to do that anymore. So, like, that's the only person that's probably not as excited, but, honestly, like, you should probably be so distracted by this new medal system right now that, like, if anyone has that complaint, it's probably going to show up in, like, a couple weeks from now. If not longer, or ever. Explore grinding is it the new meta? I think for players that really don't like PvP, explore grinding is very attractive. Like, right now everyone should be explore grinding, let me put it that way. Like, early game, end game players, like, explore grinding is very, very useful. End game players, because they care about Guild Wars and they want to have the best benefits they can jumping into Guild Wars. Early game players should be doing it because those global medals or badges, like, will be dramatically improving your early game experience. So, like, everyone should be doing this right now. So, like, hopefully as you're watching this, you're kind of like, you have me on one screen and you're playing on the other. But then once that early game player gets the global medals, they should probably not touch it. For end game players, when it comes to, like, what you want to do, for resources, so based on what I'm seeing so far, you're still going to get more gold if you do PvP fights, so, like, that's a better place to get gold. For any guild that cares about trophies, they're obviously still going to care about PvP because you get no trophies as a result of doing this. So, like, no guild is going to, like, go up on the leaderboards as a result of just exploring a lot. So, like, I'm sure a lot of higher end guilds are going to still require PvP fighting kind of regardless. But for the player that wants to just, like, you know, just get their resources, they don't really care about PvP or practicing for PvP fights or anything like that, there is no reason why... Oh god, this is actually the mythic boss fight, isn't it? I should probably be paying attention right now. I just realized that I can't lose this. Alright, let's blow the crap out of Wolfgarok. Alright, back to our regularly scheduled program. I think we're fine now. If I can't beat a cockatrice, then we got other problems. I'm gonna care just a little bit as I run through the rest of this. That's fine, and then that's fine. So this is the highest difficulty. So, like, in terms of resources, this isn't nothing. And you have to remember that my resources look bigger than your resources, probably, because I'm getting a lot of VIP bonuses. I'm also getting the Death Knight armor, or Dragon Knight armor, whatever it's called. I'm pretty sure it's Death Knight. I have that armor on, I have VIP bonuses, I have a lot more, like, potentially pet levels, so, like, this is higher than you're probably going to see, but comparatively, like, for PvP, I get anywhere from, like, 5,000 to 6,000. So this is still a valid way to farm, but it's not the best. So, like, if you're trying to get gold, you're definitely going to want to get PvP fights in. So this is what a max chest looks like. And I got unlucky because you can theoretically get 3, and I only got 2. Although I did just get enough of them to level them up to medals, or to badges, sorry. So for folks that aren't aware, oh, well, the game's gonna run us through it. So now I have +2, so the badges are things that you can attach up here. So you can't attach tokens to anything. Badges you can apply up here, and medals you can apply up here. But tokens are just the resource to try and get you there. So now all of my troops have this. So like, what do my team scores look like now? Let me switch this. So I'm at 13,667 with this team, for instance. Can I take these off? Is it possible to take these off? No, I can't take them off? Really? What if I didn't want it? Am I stuck with them now? Like, there's no reason to not want them on there. I'm just curious if I could take them off. It looks like I can. Yeah, there's no way I can take this off. Well, darn. I was gonna check to see how much of a benefit that was gonna be having. Well, that sucks. You're using Gorgotha Hero Zul'Goth? Jesus. I mean, that team's gonna punch through a bunch of stuff anyway. For that team, I'm assuming you're just gonna use Zul'Goth for, like, just straight up damage, so you would be wanting a mana generator in that whole situation. Moonsinger wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, so that way you could get more reliable mana for your Essence of Evil. But Gorgotha, between Gorgotha giving you mana and Essence of Evil giving you disables, you're basically just going to use that whole scenario to get mana for your Essence of Evil, disable the first troop, obviously, so that way the amount of damage you take back is not going to be that high. I would say Moonsinger would be a really good option for that team. That makes a lot of sense to me. Definitely not that team. Let's see if we can improve this, actually. And actually, I'm going to time this one now. I want to see how long this takes me. I don't want to run these splits, though. So this is Gems of War, Explore mode. Remove all this. 100. Nah, I don't know. Let's just call this Explore Timer. Screw it. I'm pretty sure I just broke everything that I had, but that's fine. So let's see. Right now I'm at the first fight. Let's see how long this actually takes. That was wild. I feel like I'm missing some good stuff. What's going on over there? Or Weaver got nerfed? What? Oh, we're looking at that in a second. That is like Christmas if that's true. Alright, can I pause my timer? Is that a thing? Alright, this timer is blown up. Orb Weaver getting nerfed is way more exciting than all of this. Here. 35%. Alright, that's not bad. You know what we're gonna do, folks? Actually, let's just go to the... There's gotta be official Gems of War patch notes posted. 4.6 update, here we go. So let's make this bad boy bigger, because now I feel like I don't want to miss anything that might have been changed as a result of this. So, what changed? Explore mode, yes, not gonna read that. Explore bonus, yes, I understand that. Explore difficulty, yes, we've already run through that. That I all get. Medals, I understand. That's all fine. This is all fine. Enhancing troops, I understand, so that's fine. I'll show people this menu in a second. Balance changes. Lethal damage is now dispelling, so they changed this, so like Vash Dagon, for instance, works now properly, and the new troop that's coming out, the Ghoul, whatever the Headless Horseman guy's name is, Dullahan, he'll work properly, so lethal damage will punch through barriers and stuff like that is what that means. This is the only other notable thing. 35% is not that big of a hit, honestly, though. I was hoping this would be even lower, like 25%. But, I mean, it's something, so that's fine. What else? To make room for this, chat's been relocated to the left under the adventure board. Whoa, what is this icon? It's like a rose now? So chat is here now. Okay. Chat is over there. Fixed an issue. Oh wait, what else do we got? Mana bonuses will now be displayed in the puzzle battle. So this is where you can see the percent to surge, I believe. Or no, this is where you can see the banners and stuff like that. So that's pretty good. Yeah, they fixed Vash. So Vash will be able to eat your own troops that are actually barriered, so that's there. Cloud saves are enabled for Android. So if a player loads a game and a save is detected, the game will give the player the option to use the cloud save. So normally the game is naturally cloud saving to your account. It looks like this is giving you Google as another option as far as I can tell. Because I've deleted the game off my phone before and then put it back on, and I was able to restore my account just by logging in. But this looks like Android can now do it from cloud save, so that's cool, I guess. Players now have the option to decline the rating prompt. Oh, this is the app rating prompt. Okay. Challenges were fixed for Arcane Tradestone, so that's fine. Sometimes the challenge mode would tell you it's going to give you a certain Arcane Tradestone, and it was giving you a different one. The visual was just wrong, so they fixed that. Fixed an issue where AI enemies and faction quests were only level 1. Okay, that's interesting. Gold Soul treasure map animation would display in battle even if the trader spell was giving 0. Okay, that's weird. Fixed an issue where the background on the new content callout would sometimes appear blurry. Okay. So really nothing too crazy, honestly. The only balance changes that actually happened is they fixed lethal damage and Orbweaver got a minor nerf. Okay. Good to know. Esteban from Costa Rica. Welcome, man. You came at like the best time. We got crazy new patch stuff. I can't believe that didn't actually match something. How sad is that? So this is where I would want to run a cleanse version of this team, because like now I'm in trouble, kinda. Still no on the code, huh? So like I'm gonna cast this. Actually no, I'm not really in that much trouble actually, because I'll get the extra turn with this anyway, because you get the extra turn regardless. So that's actually not that scary. If he's the only one frozen, that's not that scary. If any of these people are frozen, or if any of these two are frozen, that's when it gets a little scary. Casting this would make me lose a turn though, so that's a sucker bet. Ooh, we almost got the whole board to be a color. I want to do that so bad. No, that's a bad idea. See, I'm like so tempted to just cast my Doomglaive here, but if I cast it, then I'm gonna lose my turn, and that would not be good. So we're just gonna have to slowly do it. Actually, they're all kill mode anyway. That's right. Not gonna get me. Have I ever been to the Art Institute? Yeah, I've been to the Art Institute before. I don't recall, I think I went to a wedding at the Art Institute. That's the one that has the dinosaurs in it? Or is that the Natural Art Museum? That's probably the Natural Art Museum. I mean, the answer is yes, because I've been to all of the places. I just couldn't... I don't recall which one's which by memory. But I assume I've been to all of them. Oh, it's an art college. Oh, then maybe not. Maybe I literally just lied to you. Why, what's over there? Is there something cool over there? I mean, I could check it out one day. Oh, you went there. Awesome. Oh, so are you local to the area too? Is this like a Keylime 2000 sub stream meetup, like a real thing? It sounds like we actually have a decent amount of people in the Philly area. It's pretty wild. I did not realize we had that many people around. I thought it was just like corn. Oh, that's right, you did mention that before, now that you say that. One thing I apologize for in advance is that my memory is like total crap, so if you've ever told me something and I forget, don't take it personally. I like forget literally everything. Yeah, Isabel, pimp your IG out there, why not? I'm definitely not against folks pimping their wares. We're all a happy family. We should all be proud of each other. Alright, mini boss fight. So the troop meddling thing, let's see what it looks like. So based on my calculations, actually, AoE troops are probably the best, but I would want to start meddling someone I actually care about. I think Obsidious is probably going to be the most obvious first one, actually. Whoa! Alright, Luther, thanks. Thanks, bro. So, since the medals all have rarity like this, what this is saying is that the mythic medal, you would only need one of these to upgrade this thing, but you could use, they basically become treasures. So like, adding one of these is like adding in the mythic sacred treasure, for instance, even though that one's only like 50%, but this is saying if I just use one of these, I'll get this thing to 100% chance. What I'm curious about is if this requires, if this cost goes up. So like, I know that this is 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, I know that, but I'm curious if it costs more souls to put in multiple medals, for instance. Like, if I throw in 3 of these, is this gonna cost 30,000 souls to try it? I need medals to find out. Not tricking me with that one. No, it doesn't. So it doesn't cost any more to, like, chuck in as many as you need? That's interesting. So the rarity of the medal really... The only thing I am assuming then that the rarity matters as far as the medal's concerned is how hard it is to get them. Because I'm assuming the rarity on the medals is actually different. I'm assuming a mythic rarity medal is that much harder to get than just the other ones. And based on the tokens I've gotten so far, that seems to be playing out. Because I've gotten all the, like, basic-ass tokens so far. Well, that's interesting. 90 myth stones, heck yeah. I'm basically able to do, like, a mythic fight almost like every other explorer. Actually, I can every other explorer at this point. Oh, no. I just realized against this team, not having cleanse is going to be a nightmare. Well, let's just hope I, don't screw this up. It's already over. Already trash. mean, I might be able to just like smash my way through this anyway. Oh good, we're not frozen anymore. We're fine. Cancel the sadness. We're good to go. We're fine. Just me being a baby. It's actually weird. The Keylime Instagram that I set up gets more people like randomly looking at it than like my like traditional Instagram ever had. And I don't know if that's because I'm like a gamer account or if that's just because people are like from the streams checking me out. I honestly have no idea. But it's really interesting. I feel this like intense sense of obligation to like post something interesting on there now. Like in general, because people actually look at it. There you go, Corn. Corn, you're such a good bro, dude. Like my #1 fan over there. Come on, Mythic Medal. Or Badge. Ooh, a new. Which one is that? A new is the legendary one. So a new is the mana start one. Jesus. This farming is gonna be a bit. This is gonna be a process. No, no! Wait, I just did level 1. Can I abandon this? How do I abandon this? I think if I run away, it'll abandon it. Run away! They're too hard! They're so hard! Run away! Yes. Alright, sweet. So, probably gonna change this team, honestly. I'm gonna use the Apothecary version of this team with the Gob Truffle. And then just run this with a, no, that team is fine. Just run this with a Titan class. I think I like this better, honestly. Because this will allow me to get basically everything that I want. I'll be cleansing all the time. I'll have... Ooh, I have explosions too. That feels fun. The only thing I'm missing is the Leaf Storm start. But this will give me access to cleanse, which is definitely a sweet leg up. And I can also just do stuff like that. And then I can force more Doomglaive casts. Yeah, I don't know if I like this version of the team better or not, but they are both totally going to work, and at least I have access to cleanse now, which is super handy. My Instagram is just that, if you're at all curious. I only just started posting, so unfortunately I don't have gobs and gobs of content that I can show you on it, but I'm basically planning on posting stuff every day, as much as I reasonably can. So if you're looking for any kind of behind-the-scenes goodness, that'll be your location for it. And I appreciate that you even care to look. You guys are so wonderful. That's right. Gobs of content promised. I mean, on my personal Instagram, I would basically post like literally once a month, maybe. So I mean, the fact that I'm already posting this much, it's kind of like I'm already showing that I care. Oh, and we got a code. Oh yeah, first code of 4.6. Wild times. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love how I just did all that and I forgot what mana color I actually cared about. Ooh, that was dangerous as hell. with a with a frickin' Graveseer there. That was like the most ill-advised cast of my life. But we got away with it because we're cool like that. Alright, now we're in Happy Land. You are welcome for the code, and glad you all said that, because you just reminded me to not give you that code again for next time. I'm gonna try and never hand out a duplicate code again. No promises, but I totally want to be much better at doing that, since I fail at that way too often. I can't tell if this team is better or not. It's definitely... it's better in certain ways and slower in others, but it's definitely super good still. Like, it's certainly not bad. Like, the last thing I want to do is turn all the greens to brown, though. But that's kind of my option if I'm trying to use Apothecary, which isn't really that smart. I feel like I'm just going to arbitrarily turn blues so that way I can just get... yeah, that's fine. As I say, I feel like I can force this to happen. Yes, sorry, I should be better at that. If you type in Google just Gems of War redeem codes, and you're on PC mobile platform, the website there will just ask you for your invite code, and then you just punch in your invite code and then punch in the code that I gave you. It'll give you some, like, just minor resources, but, you know, it's kind of like something cool to get from just watching me stream. I know Tacit always explains it every single time he hands out a code. I should get better at that. Turning all blues is totally fine, so let's just do that. Kinda want more... well, let's just entangle somebody first. First things first, let's entangle somebody. None of that's what I want. Just turn reds. There we go. And now we're totally fine. Let's do yellows. I definitely don't feel like this team's faster, though. Because this feels like it's taking longer than it was before. This is getting back to what I was originally doing, where I'd want to pull the timer out. Literally no matches? That's actually what I should have just done sooner anyway. Oh, this is where Keylime starts to get restless and he wants to just start casting stuff for no reason. Just like watching explosions happen. Yeah, I mean, you could totally brain dead it if you want. It's just kind of like... I would prefer a team... so, like, honestly, using a... what is it? A TGK team would actually probably be fine. Let me try that one, actually, next. Because TGK would make it, like, stupid safe. Actually, no, they have a lot of attack, though. Technically, that's not the safest thing on the planet. I'll have to play around with that, actually. The TGK team I use right now does not have a entangle built into it, so you're definitely open to taking skull hits, which would not be super safe against something like this. Unless I ran it with a class that just started with an entangle, but that would only protect me for like the first few casts. Yeah, our stream chat is the best. You are correct, Corn. I love all you guys. just makes me happy when like I jump on and then like everybody that I know and love is just here, ready to hang out. So we're all so damn cool. Yeah, Panos' IG is awesome, actually. He's got all this awesome, like, graffiti art on his channel. It's like... Panos, I'm assuming you don't make that, right? You just find it? It looks super awesome, though. I started poking through your page, like, a lot when I first linked up with you. Hey, what's up, IX? That's a good question, actually. I think I read something about that, IX, about, you're not able to change the stream quality. I know it's because of something I'm doing, and I know it's something I can fix. So I'm glad you actually said that. I'll look into that, actually, and figure out why that's happening, and see if I can fix it, so that way you're not forced to watch it, like, at the highest source quality. Because obviously that's not fun for anybody. Especially if you're, like, data limited or something like that. So I promise I will look into that. Unfortunately, it's not something I'm going to be able to change, like, as I'm streaming now. But I will definitely fix that for a future stream. Thank you for saying that, though. Now I know. I got something else to look into. We're just going to turn a bunch of stuff. Oh, there we go. Jesus. I kind of don't want to turn blues, but sure. My kingdom for some... Alright, that's probably enough. It's like just not enough. We're so close to enough. Alright, there we go. Now we're good. Jesus. Yeah, now the team's rocking and rolling. This is way better. Got intimidated by corn? Mythic fight! So I don't have to worry about debuffs with that team. Technically, I should switch to the more, like, suicidal offensive version of this team, but that's fine. No. Yeah, reds work, actually. Let's just change every color that isn't green, and it eventually will just look mostly green, and then the team will just start working. There we go. The other nice thing is that Doomglaive will start the Leaf Storm. So if we didn't have the Leaf Storm before, you're definitely going to have it the first time you cast your Doomglaive. So that's actually a really nice benefit. And entangling, having the ability to constantly entangle with Forest Troll is also a really nice benefit for higher level fights. So that's also really nice. I think I'm a big fan of this specific team, actually. That Caps was scary. we gotta keep the chat as a safe place for everybody. Caps are scaring people. Yeah, Panos' IG is awesome. I love it. Like, actually, the moment I saw Panos' IG, I was immediately, like, trying to think of if I could have graffiti graphics for my stream in some capacity, because it just looks so freaking cool. Ugh. Boss chest. Heck yeah, we got the triple. Oh, good. We got the rare ones. And now we got a Cedric medal. Or a badge, I should say. So we got one cleanse up in this bad boy. So now I have one of everything. No. I have not yet gotten any of the crazy tokens. I haven't gotten an Aranaya? Is that true even? Ugh, I don't like this screen at all, actually. I don't like the way it's like mixing everything like this. This is actually really awkward. Nisha's the one. I need Nisha and Anu. Those are the Nisha, Anu, and Cedric. That's the hotness. And I have one Anu and Cedric. Where is the bonus? Kitar. That team's not gonna be good. I wonder if I can do like a Sunspear team. I mean, I know I can, but let me try that dragon team that I was using before. I bet you that would actually still totally work for this. And I suspect it actually might be faster. And I'll actually have some skull resistance on this. So that might be even better. Actually, let's find out. And it'll certainly be safe as heck because it's got Divinia built into it. Who's the other one I was using? Glitterclaw, I think? Yeah, I think that's the team. Banner, I was using a green-red, I assume? Or, actually no, I probably use this actually. That feels more right. Yeah, this is it. What do I care more about? Probably reds. I think this is gonna work. Yeah, this team should be fine. The only thing that sucks is that I don't have like a quick mana start, but then the moment this team actually starts, it should be very, very good. So like, I should be able to just win at this point. But let's find out. Oh no, I saw the red mana too late! Yeah. Yeah, this team's actually probably gonna be faster, actually. Because at this point, I'm just like spam, spam, spam. I don't know if this is safer per se, but it's definitely gonna be faster. Ooh, that feels good. Oh, that felt so good, actually. I'll see you, Esteban. Thanks for joining us, dude. Yeah, this team feels way nicer. Hey, what's up, Cinny? Oh my god, we got Cinny up in chat. Did anybody say hi to Cinny? How did Cinny say hi and no one said something to her? Cinny! Thank you for joining us. I totally saw you followed. I shot you a follow on Twitch over there. I'm totally gonna check out one of your streams. It's so awesome that you started playing. And you also have like the coolest stream setup by like having your TV in the background like that. Cindy is totally up in here. She's over in Twitchland though, but she has joined us. Oh, and we get the triple skull damage, I forgot. Oh god, it's so good. Everyone's like, Cindy, join us on YouTube. Platform Wars. Shame on all of us for not noticing Cindy sooner than this. I hope she's still around. I see somebody's out in Twitchland. I'll be super sad if she joined and no one said hi to her and she left. For folks that don't know, Cindy actually just started streaming Gems of War herself. And she's got like the coolest little setup where it's like, it's just like her sitting in her place. and it's like the TV's in the background and she's just playing it. It's actually pretty cool. It's not doing like direct game capture or anything like that, so it's kind of more the Cine stream than it is the Gems of War stream. It's pretty darn cool. But yeah, everyone go throw Cine a follow. Hey Magic, thanks for joining, dude. I am glad the content's helping. I have more content to make after this. Oh, Cine joined us in YouTube land. Oh god, I've been missing you completely. I was looking for someone on Twitch to reply. I totally missed you. Oh, Corn following now. Corn, I'm actually mad disappointed in you that you weren't following me on Twitch already, man. I thought you were my #1 fan. I was pimping you out so hard. I'm kidding. I kid. That was probably one of the worst casts of that ever, actually. So now I'm just going to cast this to get it started, and then I'm just going to start blowing fools up with some World Breaker up in here. And I'm getting hosted on Twitch. Heck yeah, bro. Clearly I don't have notifications set up for that. God. This is the one downside of multi-streaming like this. Having all my notifications, like, trying to do something across all platforms is actually very complicated. Thanks, IX. My Twitch is gonna blow up now. I've actually been debating if it would make a lot of sense to stream exclusively on Twitch. I'm just so worried that most people aren't gonna find me over there. So, like, it's tough. Oh my god, everyone's going. Isabel, thank you. Maybe that's what I should do. I'll get everybody to transfer over to Twitch, and then I'll just start streaming on Twitch so we can start doing Twitchy stuff. Or maybe I'll just do both. I don't know. Life's really tough. There's so many options. Oh my god, we're blowing up now. I just became the most popular dude on Twitch ever. The tokens are just things to, oh my Jesus. The tokens are just things that you use to upgrade into badges and medals. So like, tokens by themselves don't do anything, but they're basically like the initial resource that's gonna get you. You guys are nuts. They're the initial resource that is gonna be able to get you the badges and the medals, and badges and medals will actually give you something you care about. So it's just like the starter resource. It's kind of like teasing you about what you will be able to get later. So yeah, tokens by themselves don't do anything. Unfortunately. It's alright, guys. I mean, I'm wildly offended, but I'm gonna play it cool and act like I'm not horribly offended that nobody followed me on Twitch before this. You know, I'm gonna sleep fine. It's okay. I'll live. Oh, man. I'm curious what you guys think. Would you guys prefer I stream on Twitch? Like, if you guys had the choice, like, I know obviously you all follow me on YouTube, so it's super easy to find me that way, but like, would you rather I streamed on Twitch? Is like Twitch a better place to do my streaming as far as you guys are concerned? Or do you not really care in any capacity? Cindy, you are awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't matter to anybody, then I guess I'll just stick around on YouTube. The only thing I wish I could do on YouTube that I can do on Twitch is like, you know, I don't necessarily want every stream I do to be its own VOD on YouTube, because like then it just adds it into the mix of my other videos. That gets a little weird, honestly, because it's like, it's content, but it's very odd. Thanks, Artless. Oh man, our stream's gonna be popping off now. Twitch viewers are going cray. Although it sounds like you guys are forced to use source resolution if you're over on Twitch, which, if you're bandwidth limited, might scare you a little bit.
Goddamn nerd.
Oh my lordy. Oh my god. The notifications are gonna be wild. Thank you guys for supporting me over there. Definitely helps. You guys are so great. You had no reason to do all that. What a wonderful group of people. Cinny's hosting me, you guys are following me. I am not worthy. You guys are amazing. Alright, you guys convinced me. I'll stick around on the YouTube side of things. I just kind of feel like it's, I don't know, it's one of those things where Twitch is the more obvious place to be, of course, but, like, my audience is all on YouTube, so it also kind of makes sense, because I'm more of an instructional channel than I am a streaming channel. Like, I do stream, obviously, but I feel like most people are probably watching me for the potential information versus my bubbly personality. Kinda love this team. I'm so happy I get an excuse to use it. It's also stupid safe. Like, this is probably one of the safest teams ever because Divinia can heal you forever. You have skull resistance up top. The only downside to this team is the wind-up. It just takes you a second to get the mana that you need. But once you got that, it's like easy peasy. And I get a barrier just for that top slot on top of it? Like, come on. Is there anything it can't do? And I can even change the storm back. Ah, so good. This is also true. Yeah, I think YouTube's a little easier to find me, certainly. Although the one thing that makes me sad is that there are people that stream on Twitch for Gems of War, and they don't get a lot of love. Because there's, like, nobody out there. Like, people aren't really conditioned to go look out there for it. But I mean, like, I saw Cinny was out there, and, like, there wasn't many people watching. But I think it's probably just because, like, no one knows, A, that she's out there, but, like, people in general aren't really conditioned to look for Gems of War content on Twitch. So, like, people aren't naturally scouting for people out there. That's the one thing that makes me sad. Because, I mean, if, like, it might be one thing that's artificially limiting how many people are actually streaming this game. Because, like, if Tacit and I are both streaming this on YouTube, then, like, the community doesn't really exist in Twitch, if you know what I mean. We're actually hurting. We're hurting this game's growth, guys. How can we be so selfish? Hey, what's up, Starlight? Cindy, that's awesome that you had that many people. I saw you out there, like, I wanted to watch you, but I forget what I was doing. I think I was about to start watching something with my girlfriend, so, like, I couldn't actually watch you. But I saw you out there, and I felt bad, because at the time, I think you only had, like, a couple people. I wanted to stop in and say hi. I'll definitely be watching future content, though. Yeah, double Cedric token. Let's go. Wheel spin. Double Cedric. Sorry, I was way more exciting than it should have been. Back to Broken Spireland. Level 10, no. Oh man. So, like, when you're streaming, do you get super mad if people are trying to help you, or do you actually appreciate it? Thanks, Aimtubs. Aimtubs? I assume that says? Thank you, dude. Really appreciate it. My Twitch summary for the stream is going to be hilarious. It's going to be like, wow, you had an epic stream tonight, bro. Twitch thinks I just, like, totally went crazy. Hell yeah, this song. I'm wildly into this song. It's just got that sweet vibe to it. I'm so tempted to just cast it anyway. This is where my impatience gets the better of me. I just want to start casting stuff. Well, what we will be able to find out as a result of this stream is how long it takes you to start getting medals, because I've been at this the entire time since I started streaming today. So, how long have I been streaming for so far? About a couple hours? Is that right? Have I actually been streaming for a couple hours already? And we haven't gotten any medals yet. So, farming for the metals is actually going to take a little bit. And granted, the first metals I get are going to go to global bonuses first, so like starting to medal troops is going to take a little bit of time. The medals are used now to actually upgrade, so I'll show you in a sec actually, Cindy, now that I'm finishing this fight. So, and also for folks that are just jumping into the stream now. So what this patch actually added is these thingies up here. So like, Cindy, for you, for instance, when you go through Explore mode, before what Explore mode did was giving you arcane trait stones. So like, when you're looking at your troops and you're trying to upgrade to get these thingies over here, they require arcane trait stones to do it. So like if I look at this guy, for instance, oh my god, let me find someone who's untraded so I can actually show you. Upgradable. So if I look at like this, for instance, these things here, so like this is telling me that I would need 1 arcane trait stone to do it. So like I would say, okay, I have to go to Stormheim to do it, and then I would jump into the Explore mode. Before, this would just be a fight, like it would just be a regular fight. Now it's this entire setup. So like by running through these different things, you get to unlock tokens, badges, medals, and those token, badges, medals are these thingies up here. So the tokens aren't anything, they don't help you in any capacity, they're just something that you need to use to upgrade into the badges. So badges here have some minor stat bumps, some like cleanse % chances. When I put them up here, that's giving this benefit to everybody on my team. So everybody on my team, for every troop I'm using in every single mode, is getting +2 armor because I have this badge attached, for instance. And similarly, because I have this one attached, every single troop for every single mode is getting +2 life. And similarly, every single troop is having a 10% chance to cleanse themselves. So that's what badges are about. Tokens just turn into badges, so tokens don't do anything. Once they turn into badges, then I can put them up here and get the global benefits from this. Once you get enough badges, though, they upgrade into medals, and these are basically just like souped up versions of what the badges are all about. So these are all kind of like 4 times the benefit, basically. So if the badge is giving you 1 magic, this one's giving you 4 magic. The cleanse chance was 10% for the badge. This is a 40% chance. So this is kind of giving you like a way of really boosting like what your stats look like. The other thing though that's really sneaky about this is that for endgame players, so something unfortunately, Sydney, that you're not going to probably touch for quite a while, now you have the opportunity to medal things down here. So you can actually upgrade these troops to get extra stats on top of it. So once you have medals that you can start dumping into troops, it costs a ton of souls to do this, but now you can make all of your troops even better than they already are. So for end game players, for people like me who have like a bunch of souls that are doing absolutely nothing, you can now take those souls and put them into this. But in order to start even spending your souls, you have to get the medals, and the way that you get the medals is by doing what I'm doing on stream right now, which is grinding all of this stuff. So yeah, for Cindy, for you, I would recommend when you can to like do explorer modes just to get these global medals. Like for early game players, those will actually help you a lot. But it will take you a little bit of time to actually farm it, honestly. But yes, that's what the whole system's all about. And Sanyo, thanks for joining us, dude. Always awesome to have you in here. Oh my god, this is the guy who killed me last time for no reason. I didn't forget that, Mr. God Chomper. Alright, now the team's ready to pop off. It's in pop-off mode now. Alright, now it's in pop-off mode. Hey, what's up, Cookie? Sorry I didn't say hi before. I think I saw you talking a second ago. Why do I feel like this is like a top 40 radio song? The song totally sounds like something that would just be playing on like regular ass radio. I'm gonna fairy fire everybody just for kicks, so that way I can do more damage. Jesus. Technically I should probably cast Divinia just to like, yeah, I was gonna say Divinia was starting to look like something I should be casting right there for that survivability. Still not at all worried about dying, but I totally should have cast Divinia there. Glitter Claw. When am I making the next video? It's gonna be tonight, actually. So the moment I end this stream, I'm immediately going into video creation mode. So like, I'm hoping I can have that up for you guys by like tomorrow morning, like first thing. If unfortunately, because of the way YouTube works, if I actually post the video tonight, I'm not going to get nearly as many people to see it, unfortunately, because the algorithm kind of needs it to get a kickstart to like really start recommending it to other people. So unfortunately, even if I'm done making this video at like, you know, 2 a.m. tonight or something like that, it's to the channel's benefit to actually hold it for a second and actually release it. According to my channel metrics, if I release a video around 7 a.m. my time, I should say, that's when most of you are around to actually watch it. So like, for me, that's actually the ideal time to be releasing video content for you guys. Which actually works super great normally, because that's when I make my actual, that's when I actually make my normal, like, weekly preview video, for instance. So, like, that time kind of lines up beautifully. But in a situation like tonight where there's something I can make and release, like, at 2 a.m., for instance, it makes literally no sense for me to actually release it at that time if I want to actually get people to watch it. So, that's some, like, weird YouTube gaming nonsense you have to do. These are things that I wouldn't have cared about when I first started making videos. Like, just anyone watching my videos used to be cool, but now I actually have to, like, grow the channel as much as I can. And again, not for, like, money reasons. It's just, like, I want to build the audience so that way, like, I can have more people that I'm helping. More content, more fun chat, more fun streams. It's just to all of our benefit if I can get us popping off even harder than we even are. But yes, long story short, the plan is to actually get that video out so you guys have it first thing in the morning. Oh man, Cindy, you got a job? What were you doing? I didn't hear this story about getting a job. But congrats, for sure. You might go on what? You might start playing yourself? I could, I mean, I could totally, hand over the reins to you, because I know I'm gonna have a really busy night tonight, that's for sure. Like, I know I'm in this phase now where, like, going to work tomorrow is excessively questionable, because I know I'm gonna have to be up really late tonight. Oh, hell yeah, congrats, Cindy. That is amazing. That's gotta be, like, the best feeling ever. It's kind of like, I don't know, I'm the type of person where I'm going through an interview, it's, like, extremely stressful because you never know what the other person's actually looking for. Like, even though I know that my interview probably went, not to sound, like, cocky, but it's like, you generally know if your interview went well or not. But you never really know, so you always have that, like, anxiety going on. And when you get it, you're just like, hell yeah, I'm the boss. Like, I'm so freaking good. That is really awesome, though. Congrats. Nicer stream stuff. Yeah, we gotta get you a stream situation. If you ever want help, like, setting up a proper stream overlay or anything like that, let me know. I mean, I'm not like a god at making stream overlays or something, but I could certainly get you something functional. If you wanted. Sydney, do you have Discord or something like that? I was gonna say, you could, if you have Discord, you could shoot me a note over there. I would love to help you out. You're using your friend's server. So like, what service are you using to actually stream stuff? Are you using like OBS on a computer or something like that, or are you just streaming it like off of a PS4 camera? Like, what are you actually doing? Because assuming you're using a program like OBS to actually set it all up, it's really simple to just add an overlay into that. Alright, cool. Yeah, Sydney, I'll find you over there. I'll shoot you a thing. We'll get your stream looking all fancy. Alright, perfect, yeah. I use Streamlabs OBS as well, so yeah. I can get you set up in no time. And then you can start to tell me like what you want to have on your stream, like pretty graphics and stuff like that. Actually, someone that you should talk to on that actually streams on Twitch is Spork of Love. She's got like a whole animated cat situation going on with her stream. She's probably got some really cool graphics that you would probably like more. Like she might have like that, you know, that feminine touch that you might be more interested in. But as far as just getting you something that looks like competent, interesting, getting alerts set up and all that other stuff, I could totally help you with that. Yeah, Corn, you should make an IG. This is the peer pressure Corn into getting an Instagram account. Stream, actually. 4.6 is just a side note. We're all here really just to get Corn like up there on the IG, so we can all selfishly look into his life. Absolutely. It's the least I could do for you guys, like putting up with me on stream every time. I always get the impression that Salty kinda low-key hates me when she's streaming, because I always ask the most annoying questions. Things that like I know she can't answer, but I'm gonna ask anyway. Or I'll just talk about Cam too much because it's like I just find it hilarious. Oh, Salty Deer. I'll add you on there too. My my Instagram is the same as my Twitch handle. So like if you're ever looking for me on Instagram, it's that. Just Keylime Gaff. You can find me over there. You dated Cam? Are you serious? I did not know that. That is wild! Oh man, that must be so weird sometimes. Like, I get the impression that it obviously doesn't bother anybody, but like, I could see that being so weird. Like, if I was you, I would be making inappropriate jokes all the time about it, and it would get wildly uncomfortable so fast. Because I wouldn't be able to help myself. I'm just the type of person that's like, I see the uncomfortable stuff, and that's like, I just have to say something. I can't just leave it alone. It's like too ripe for comedy to leave it alone. Yeah, I'm sure, I mean, I obviously don't know Cam or anything, but I get the impression that he's a little more, timid. Like, I imagine Salty is the one bringing the chaos and the crazy in that relationship. Cam's kind of like the stable support character. They seem super cute, though, on all of our Twitter posts and stuff like that. I definitely get, you know, I'm like shipping that relationship. They're super cute together. I love how this was the Mythic boss fight, and it just feels like every other fight that I've done, because this team is just so autopilot. The only annoying thing about this fight is that we've got Pygra to deal with. Oh man. The grind continues. We're getting tons of Cedric ones though, so that's actually kind of great. Wait, did we just get a medal? Oh, we got a... Oh, no, we just got our second badge. Blah! Boo on that noise. Can I do a legendary task? No. Holy crap. Well, we definitely max seals. There's nothing there. Man, this grind is crazy to get medals. This is the news. This stream's got it all. It's got excessively annoying amounts of Twitch notifications, which I'm super thankful for, but that was really funny when it was just going crazy, like I couldn't talk for a second there. We got Cinny dropping the bombs with the knowledge over here. We got patch news updates. We got wheels spinning for some reason. Straight up wild up in here. Kinda feel like just casting it anyway. It's kinda like just casting Glitter Claw to get this whole party started is required. Jesus. Relax, team. Dear God. There we go. Sure. Yeah, crab is the next thing. So I actually hired, so I've been reading so much stuff about people hiring people on Fiverr to help them with like stream content and stuff. So I did actually take all of the money that I got from the 100 sub stream, and I ended up paying a guy to help me make a video intro slash stream transition screen. So I'm actually pretty excited. According to Fiverr, it's expected to be delivered today. Although I'm pretty sure that's not happening considering today is over for the most part. But hopefully, when that thing's done, I should actually have some pretty cool stream transition stuff. So like instead of it being the normal ass one that I'm using right now, instead of that, it would be like a more appropriate one for the channel. It's not crab related, but it is going to be at least branded appropriately and stuff like that. So that's pretty exciting, because I'm pretty positive I'm going to be able to use that for my video content as well. So, that's what I'm excited about. Oh god, Super Gnome! Alright guys, take bets now. Can I kill this gnome before it runs away? Knowing that I'm creating a firestorm and exploding a lot, it feels impossible that I'm going to actually kill that gnome. Considering it's like literally just about full. No? Alright. We're still okay. Somehow we're still okay. I literally have no idea how that gnome hasn't gotten full and pieced out yet. Oh man, I think we're totally killing it though. Boom! Yeah! Yeah, buddy! We still got that gnome. Gnome's not going nowhere. My benefits. Kill the troops. This team is definitely mindless and easy. I don't know if it's still faster though. I am gonna have to spend time timing all this stuff, like actually timing all this stuff. But it is mindless and easy. I suspect the Gob Truffle team would also be mindless and easy. This one feels even safer though, to be honest. TGK, I mean yeah, TGK definitely would. But here's my problem with TGK though, like, the difference between using TGK in PvP and in this mode is that the stats are so high that, like, I can't take a skull. So, like, that's the scary thing about using him. Correct, Panos. You can only get it through Vault Keys right now. I think you can actually get it through Legendary Tasks, but that's, like, even wildly less likely. So you probably won't get it that way. But yeah, unfortunately, the vault keys are the only reliable way to actually get it. Not a noob question though. A lot of people don't really know that. Like, a lot of people see the key team and they assume they can just kind of make it. Like, I felt really bad. There was some dude who was posting on the forums, and I think he jumped in stream at one point, and he was just like, I spent a lot of resources. Like, I think he bought a flash offer to try and get more vault keys, and he still didn't get a Cedric, and he was just like, what the hell? It's kind of like, oh, I wish I had some way of, like, talking to him before he did all that, because, like, I would have been able to tell him, like, yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to work. Like, I mean, it'll certainly increase your chances, but it's not really going to be a good opportunity to try and snag a Cedric. You just have to get lucky, and then once you got him, you got him. Oh my god. Christina, that sounds like we need to get you into a different guild, unless you, like, love your guild, of course. Then by all means, no, but... yeah, legendary tasks are super important, especially for early game players. Like, having a bunch of legendary tasks is going to get you so many resources to upgrade stuff. It's like a huge leg up, honestly. I'm probably gonna end the stream, however, after the next mythic boss fight that I do, because I need to actually start up on that video. So, of course, any other questions, topics, people that want to trade Instagrams with each other, since that's the cool thing that we're doing now, which I think is super sick and awesome, definitely start doing that. And if the chat doesn't let you send links, like, just fake it out somehow. Unless it, like, is really good at detecting when you're trying to fake it out or something like that, but please feel free to share that kind of stuff. I literally do not care. There you go. Pimp it. Pimp those Instagrams. We're gonna form like a Keylime Instagram community, goddammit. Mini boss fight time. Oh, that's right, Gina, you got the whole schoolie situation. Yeah, I'm totally gonna check that out. Oh, so you're saying if I was appropriately managing my my chat, I could actually enable them for you guys? I promise I will look up how to do that properly. We also definitely heard this song before. Monster Cat. Bad Monster Cat. We heard you already. We heard that one too. Have I been streaming so long that they're all replaying? How wild. Let me change the tag to energetic. Yeah, energetic music sounds good. Oh, I love this song. Over a drawer? I mean, I totally get it. When you're trying to, like, put together this entire crazy situation, like, anything that starts to make it feel like a home, I imagine, is probably pretty sick. What is Mandragora? Am I allowed to search for Mandragora? It doesn't let me... It's not showing anything for Mandragora unless I'm searching it wrong. Mandragora. No, apparently there's no streamable stuff that I can put in there. Sorry, Corin. I failed you. I kind of love that we're actually building a little mini community here. That's so freaking cool. like warms my heart. I just realized that there's a web spinner down there that I need to like technically worry about. I'm gonna Fairy Fire now so I can start to hurt him. Wow! World Breaker! 75 damage. Mythic boss fight, let's go. Oh, Arachnid Weaver. Having Divinia is going to be super useful on this fight. Can't argue with that starting board either. Gosh darn. Wow. Jesus. This like might be the luckiest starting board situation ever. I literally got everybody started and Fairy Fired and looping like right away. Wild. Although literally nobody's Fairy Fired because only Web Spinner is like susceptible to it. That part sucks. I think I'm just gonna skull it down just to make sure that that bad boy's done. I'm gonna target the Web Spinner in the background. There we go. Fight accomplished. Gina, that's so awesome. So that means you have to go to Burning Man now, right? So Daniel, what are you talking about from a grind perspective? Like, how grindy is it? Is that kind of what you're poking at? Hey, Matt Hughes, thanks for joining in, dude. Are we literally... Oh, no, we're, like, still a little bit away. Alright. Oh, we're so close to having enough for a legendary test. That actually kind of bothers me. Oh, that's so frustrating. Matt, I hate to say it, man. You actually joined right as we were ending the stream, so I hate, I hate to say it. But yeah, from a grind perspective, I would say this is very grindy. So I started streaming at 7:30, maybe closer to like 7:45 after all the weird technical nonsense at the start. In 2.5 hours-ish, I do not have a single medal yet, and I only have 3 badges so far. So from a grind perspective, it looks like it's probably gonna take you like 10 hours of grinding to get medals. So like before this next Guild Wars, only the hardest of the hardcore are going to have all of their medals up there with the right medals and having any troops medaled. Like, I honestly don't think it's gonna be very possible to make too much of a dent in that unless you literally dedicate a ton of time to it. So yeah, I suspect it's probably going to take you like a while. The good or bad news about that is that the amount of souls that you have is like the amount of soul cost it is so high that it'll give you time to be grinding souls as you do that. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be quite the grind, honestly. We'll have to see, but I do anticipate it's going to take a little bit. If this is how much I've been getting just by doing it for like 2.5 hours. Granted, some of that time was spent on just increasing the difficulty levels, so like that technically doesn't count towards time since I was getting so little reward for it. But yeah, I would probably estimate it's going to take you like 2 hours, 3 hours to get like a handful of badges, honestly. So yeah, we'll have to see. I'll have to play around with that some more. But I've got a video to make, my chat. So this stream ended up being way different than I was expecting, but 4.6 is here, so jump in, get these explores done. I'll have a video for you. Everybody follow each other on Instagram. That's mine, so feel free to jump on that one. But everyone follow each other. I love the fact that everyone just started following each other this stream. That's actually kind of super sick. But yeah, 4.6, look forward to the video. I will hopefully have it up tomorrow morning. Yes, everyone go check out Cindy. Cindy's gonna start streaming on Twitch right when we end here, so if anyone's still got the Gems of War fix, check out Cindy over there, absolutely. But that's going to be it for me, at least. So thank you guys for tuning in. I love you all. Of course, as always, I will see you guys. Mwah. I'll see ya.